Aloha. Aloha, my beautiful and wonderful empaths and highly sensitives, and welcome to this week's reading for June 5th until June 11th. For those of you who can see, you'll see that this time we don't have two piles on the top, only one. And that is because we actually have no portal days. We just had the full moon, so there is no full moon, no moon, no new moon that wants to have a special message. The only thing that we do have, but that's a longer thing that has already been included in the energies, or will be included in the general energies, is Pluto in retrograde. So yeah, so this week is going to be, I feel the aftermath of the full moon. And therefore, I would like to start today with taking deep breaths with you. Just being, just arriving in your own body, centering yourself into your own body, feeling yourself. Wow. Allow everything to just be, to just happen. Allow any emotion that wants to be inside of you right now. No judgment, no, not trying to fight it. Don't try to do anything about it. Just allow it to be there and just breathe. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And you're probably hearing a little bit noise from the outside, but that is because we're having a very warm, nice, beautiful, warm day here in Allgäu, where I'm living. And I'm actually looking at a wonderful, wonderful rainbow that just appeared. Well, actually, it's a double rainbow that just appeared. And I'm so excited to have that right now, because we just had a very cleansing, strong rain, and it already stopped. And that's why I wanted to, open the window to have some air, because I was just saying to you, let's breathe, let's have air. And then we're having the energy of this wonderful rainbow at this moment when I'm recording this for you. So let's use that for us. So with this, I'd like to call in spirit guides, the universe, the source, our higher selves, from all of us, whoever is listening in. Let all your spirit guides, all your, the spirit energy, the divine inside of you, that the intuition that wants to talk to you, let's invite all of that in to help us to read these cards. May these cards bring with the message that you need for this week. Thank you. And as always, before we get started with the reading, I'd like to have a quick announcement for all of you guys, who haven't registered yet for the Divine Empath Alliance. I highly recommend it. We had our very first energy circle last Friday, and it was beautiful because we went into the lunar energy of the full moon that we just had. And in case you're wondering, for those of you, if you sign up for the Divine Empath Alliance right now, and no worries, it's all for free. The only thing you have to do is sign up with your email address. So sign up with your email address. Once you're in there, once you're inside of the Divine Empath Alliance, you'll find, different categories that I've set up. And one of them is, the energy circles, and that has the whole full moon ritual, the full moon circle that we did last Friday. It's whole as a recording there. And in case you would like to have, just the meditation, you can just follow one of the categories further down, where you find the entry for the meditation itself. So you can reuse it for yourself to to do whatever feels right. If it's a meditation, if you want to connect with the full moon, use that meditation. You can use that, and that's the idea of the Divine Empath Alliance. The reason why I'm putting them up there is so that you can use them for yourself, so that you can use them in the future for, you know, whatever you want, whenever you want to create a connection to the full moon, or specifically for this month, because we're doing them once a month. So they're supposed to help you, you know, guide you for the whole month. And then beginning of next month, we're going to do the next circle. So if you'd like to come and join us, I'm very excited that we got started, and it's very beautiful. It's a beautiful circle, and I'm excited for everyone else who wants to join in as well. All right, so that's it. Do I have anything else? Other than that, I've had very beautiful interviews again for my Soul Talk, so I can highly recommend that as well. I'll put the link below in case you want to check out the podcast or my YouTube channel. Well, you'll probably know one of either because that's where you're listening in. So just check out the episode before this one, which is the last Soul Talk that I had, which was with Morgan, and it was really beautiful, where we talked about our inner voices and, you know, the stories that we tell us. It's a very good thing to listen in. All right, let's get started with this week's reading. Again, for those of you listening in, we have the personal, the personal piles with a purple flower on the left, the rainbow flower in the center, and the white flower on the right. So take a moment, take a deep breath to feel into which one of these flowers brings your personal message. And maybe it's not just one, maybe it's two or even three. So take a moment and follow your intuition, follow that inner voice that tells you it's this amount of flowers and it's this one and that one. All right, let's get started with the general cards for this week for all of us. And we have the ancestors bringing us the Hunter. Track down your fears and desires. Track down your fears and desires. So it's going to be a week, you know, for everything that was brought up last week. For this week, we're going to go looking into our fears and desires. So it means look at your fears and look at what you desire. If you don't know what you desire, look at your fears, because they're probably showing you what you actually do desire, right? Just to give you a small, well, I don't want to call it small, just to give you an example, one of my biggest fears was to follow what my heart was telling me to do. And I found out that it was because, you know, the fear was holding me back from my desire, which was following what my heart was telling me to do. And that was live a minimalist and nomadic life. And I am living it, even though I'm very static at the moment, but that's also a choice between me and the universe that we have taken. And I know we're coming to an end of that as well. I'm still very nomadic for myself. So following that desire is very important. And if there's something inside of you that doesn't want to follow that desire, it's probably a big fear that is trying to hold you back. Sometimes we just don't want to admit it. So this card is telling you, look at yourself. Be honest with yourself. What are you truly afraid of? What are you truly afraid of? Ask yourself. And then we have the Saint-Germain card, Karma Releasing. Here we go. Move beyond drama. Create your own path. Make room for good energy. Here we go. See, move beyond drama. And this is one of the sentences that I received from my teacher in Hawaii when I was doing my internship. And I remember when she was telling me, you know, if we really look at it, all our drama is stories that we've been telling us. And sometimes those stories are actually nothing other than excuses not to live our lives. So what can you do again here? Make room for the good energies. Create your own path. And we just had it, you know, don't be afraid. Follow that. Follow your desire. The reason sometimes we feel like we are very egotistical when we follow our own desires. But the thing is, the desires were also set and engraved in us by the universal and divine energy. So there's a reason why you have certain desires. All right. And here we go. We have charity, prayer, and contemplation. Connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. Again, here, ask yourself, the spirit guides are there. You listened to me just a couple of minutes ago when I called all the energies in to support us. That's how you can do it. It's as simple as making that sentence, saying that sentence, is setting the intention for spirit guides to come in and support you on your path with whatever desires you have, whatever challenges you have, even asking them, hey, I am afraid to do this. Please help me to overcome this fear. Please help me. And you'll see what happens. That's how we create magic, by the way. And the last card we're having for this week is the Knight. Be brave and honest. Here we go. Be brave and honest. Come on. These cards are truly about, so this week it's all about, looking at our fears, look at them, embrace them, be brave and honest. Everything is there. Just be brave. Do it. Do it like Nike. Just do it. I'm going to put them here so that we can see them. Really beautiful cards telling us, it's time. It's time for us to look into our fears and to really start doing so. There is something, when these cards come in this way, it's because we're meant to look into it. Because the resistance that we're having that is creating that block is right there. And it's right on the palm of our hands. We just need to look at it. The moment we start looking at our fears, the moment we start understanding our fears, the moment we start asking for spiritual help to release those fears, that's how we're going to get into that. Right? Okay, let's start with the personal messages, and we're going to start from left to right with the purple one first. And here we go for you, my beautiful darling. We have the Void. Wow, look at this card. For all of those of you listening, it's basically a very dark card. And it looks like we're looking into a black hole in the universe. The Void. Stop. Embrace winter. Great cosmic womb. So it's not like a black hole. It's more like a place where you can retreat, to relax, to grow, to, like the cosmic womb. To embrace the winter for me is always, whenever this card comes up, and I think it came up last week as well, it means to embrace, that time of introspect, meaning to look inside, look what's inside of you, look what wants to be healed. And it's a confirmation of the general cards that we have with the fears. Let's see if you're going to get support. So here we go. Baby steps for you. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. So baby steps. Make one step after the other. Don't push yourself too hard. Allow yourself to go step by step. One step after the other. I don't know why Take That song just came up in my head. And here we go for you, Master Jesus. It's about forgiveness. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. When this card comes up, it might be good to look into if you have any father subjects, if you have any topics, fears, ancestors, things that come up, from your father line. It doesn't necessarily have to be your father per se. It can be, your ancestors. In this case, I would ask your ancestors to come and support you because they'll know. So, if you want to know how I do it, I would, I take a moment like I did in the beginning of this, reading when I asked the universe and the divine to come and help us. I'll just invoke whoever is out there from my ancestral line and wants to help me with this topic that wants to be looked at. Please come and support. And then just wait and see who shows up. And here we go, the last one for you. The Seas of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. And here we go. It's about the unconscious. It's about those things that block us that we have in our unconscious selves. So go into that. And bring that unconscious up. To do that, you had the card of the Void first. So it's about, really looking inside of you, what's going on there. Be mindful with yourself, but also don't stress yourself too much. Remember, you had the baby steps. Go one step after the other. You don't have to push yourself to run 10 miles, All right, if you had the rainbow flower cards, these are yours. And we're starting for you with the star ancestors. Hidden secrets, my darling. Lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. So it's introspect for you as well. Look deeper because there's hidden secrets inside of you. So something, and that could have, that could be something with your fears or desires. Your star ancestors gave you a gift and brought you here for a reason, brought you here with a purpose. And sometimes we're afraid of that purpose. I don't know why that's coming up right now, but apparently that's important. So look into that for yourself. And then we have Gaia, Earth connection. Be mindful of the planet. Come back to Earth. Stay grounded. Be mindful of the planet. Come back to Earth and stay grounded. Wow. I think there's no more words needed. That's very, you know, if you don't feel like you have the calling to be mindful with the planet, it could just also mean, you know, to be grounded. Ground yourself as often as possible. You know, find your trees, find your way to connect, and you will be able to do that. All right? Here we go. Deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. Deep cellular healing. Wow. See what's happening here for you? Connect yourself to the earth, to the energy of Mother Earth. Let your ancestors come in. See here, star ancestors, the hidden secrets, and then you have deep cellular healing. This is a big one for you, my darling, this week. And of course, to top it off, you have Mother Mary, love and peace. Let go of the need to be right, choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. So for you, again, you have the ancestors already in the card. So call in the ancestors for you as well, for the mother healing. And look into the sentence. I don't know why it's coming up, but this one is let go of the need to be right. Somehow that sentence might be important this week. All right. And here we go for you with the white flower. If that was your flower of choosing, then this is your personal message. And we're getting started with the portal. Doors are opening. You decide, rewards, and wild card. That means that you have reached one of your personal portals where you can decide if you want to walk through or not. It could be that. It could be either the decision to walk through the portal or not, or you might even have two portals and you might be able to choose between those two, which one you prefer to walk through first or in general. And then we have for you, the Lord, take charge with authority. Here we go. See, you are allowed to choose, and it's about taking charge and authority. All right? There's not much more to say. Just take charge and authority, which means it's time. This week for you, my darling, is going to be about making the decisions. All right? Take the decisions. And here we go. We have some affirmations for you. I choose to be a super attractor and have unwavering faith in the universe. That's one of the affirmations you get. So again, when something like this comes up, it's about this. It's about you making the decision. Here we go again. See, take charge with authority. Make the decision to have faith. Make the decision to be the super attractor. Make the decision that you can attract everything that you want, as long as you put your head into it and as long as you don't have any subconscious blocks. All right? So the moment you start having faith, here we go again, that's when you get the support. And for you, we have a second affirmation, and that is, wanting more for others puts me into an energy of abundance. All right? So the more you support others as well, the more you get more abundance, which doesn't mean that you're supposed to burn yourself out. Be always aware of that, please. But you know, wanting more for others puts me into the energy of abundance, which means if you're supporting others, if you're probably already doing that, you're just not conscious of it, that the act of actually helping others puts you in the energy of abundance. I really love it. That is so amazing. So that's that for you. Here we go. These were all the wonderful cards. A little bit shorter this time because of, because we don't have any, I don't want to say any special days because it's not like these days aren't special as well, because we are in the, like I said in the beginning, we are in the aftermath of the wonderful full moon that we just had. But it's about, connecting to ourselves, being grounded. And that's what I wish for you for this week, so that you have that. All right, before I wrap this up, thank you so much for listening in. Take in as much as possible. Use this information to transform whatever needs to be transformed for you. And yeah, I think it's I think the best title that we can have for this reading today is really to track down our fears and desires, to focus on what are we afraid of, and what do we actually want to create in our lives.